Welcome back to Season 2 of the 19th Hole. I am your host, Eddie Wooders. Alongside me tonight, as always, Mike Dunn. Mike, how are you doing?
Well, Eddie, I tell you what, it is hot in here. I'm going to have to take my shirt off.
Man, I'll tell you what.
I hope you're okay with that.
I am always okay with you taking your shirt off. Hey, guys, welcome back. If you're viewers from the channel, welcome back. If you're new to the show, welcome to the 19th Hole. You're going to see a lot of cool information about all things disc golf, from tournament and news to work days, volunteers. The first thing we want to say is don't forget to like our YouTube channel and subscribe. And when you subscribe, Mike, I didn't know this, but you have to go into your privacy setting and put it on public so that I can see that you subscribe to the show. Okay, that way you're entered into all these cool drawings, because you guys know how we get down.
We're going to be giving away all kinds of prizes, goodies, all kinds of fun stuff this year. So make sure you like us, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you do all the stuff that the young kids know how to do that us old guys don't know how to do, right, Eddie?
Absolutely. You know, we're going to cover a lot of stuff. We want to get right into it. We've got some new partnerships going on with new people, all kinds of new stuff's happening.
Obviously, you can see the new layout.
New YouTube.
Trying to take it up to a new notch this
awesome.
year. Let's see.
We got new staff behind the camera and stuff. So, you know, you guys remember from last season, we got on the green, the long drive, different segments. So we'll talk about Stake Your Claim, which is coming up in Sterling. We're going to talk about the long drive, the Las Vegas Challenge, of course. Memorial just happened. We're going to talk about all these things in Waco, Big Germ.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about all the recent tournaments.
Absolutely, on the green, right? Mike is really excited about this new part of our show. We can put on video clips of anything you want. I found this baby picture right here of Mike, actually. And
get that thing off.
No, it's serious.
You know what? How about this picture I found of Eddie? Now that's what I'm talking about.
Here we go. Season 2. We haven't even gotten through the intro, and you did something like that, Mike. All right. Anyway, look, I did. So look, guys, here's the cool thing. We got a website. What is it? Or our email website. We'll have a website soon. You got a website.
Yeah, flygreendiscgolf.com.
That's right, flygreendiscgolf.com.
That's right. Every day we're putting on more discs. Soon you'll have over 10,000 to choose from. You know we got 25,000 discs in the shop already, so.
It's amazing. I don't even know how we make it through the day. We do not sleep. It's awesome. You guys want to get a hold of us, you want to send us some videos, some cool shots that you and your buddies made out on the course, or maybe something you saw, you videoed, or whatever it is, send it to us at our new email, the 19th Hole with Eddie and Mike at gmail.com.
And that's spelled out completely, the 19th Hole with Eddie and Mike at gmail.com.
Yeah, well, you got the number 19. So it's the 19.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Hole with Eddie and Mike at gmail.com.
Right,
don't forget to subscribe to our channel, though. That's important. You guys have to do that in order to win prizes now on the show. Well, we don't do the live stuff anymore, so now it's through subscriptions to our YouTube channel, guys. So make sure you give us a like, subscription, and share.
Anyway, let's keep going.
The cool new videos. I think that's going to be awesome. And my favorite segment of the show was the products with Mike, shot with Mike. So we got some cool stuff that we're unveiling there. We got a couple exciting guests today, right? We got John Roundhouse Letso from Wisconsin, the owner of iFling Plastic.
I'm excited to hear what all this stuff about Ethiopia and throwing discs and on another continent, and that is pretty cool to grow in the sport. We always love growing the sport. That is growing the sport.
We talking to new cool videos. I don't know how you guys are going to top this. Maybe that's the first personal challenge right now. That is the challenge. I want you guys to top a video that Mike and I have of John throwing a putter into an active volcano in another country. That's pretty cool. That's going to be hard to top. But I'll tell you what, somebody send us some videos. We're going to pick. If we find a better video than someone throwing an Omega...
We want videos. Send in videos.
Yeah, we'll send you something. We don't know what it is. Probably Mike's hat, because he likes that hat.
Yeah. We will send anybody that we use your video.
We also got, what's that one guy's name that runs that little itty-bitty tournament that everybody makes a big deal out of?
I can never remember
I think
name.
Doug
something.
Doug, yeah, from the...
Beer.
But anyway, tune in.
Doug Beer. It has beer in it.
Yeah, beer.
Doug Beer.
Tune in. Make sure you tune in, because we've got him on the horn later on. This is a really awesome guest to have on the show. What an honor to have him.
No, Doug Bierkus. We have Doug Bierkus on. probably the #1 top-rated tournament director for disc golf in the United States. I think he is the best tournament director.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we're going to do a quick shout-out to some people that have come on board the 19th hole. They obviously, first off, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank everybody that does tune in, that does watch our show. Mike and I do this for fun, but at the same time, we're pretty serious about it. And with that being said, we've had some people that actually believe in our vision and what we're trying to do here. We still this season have the writer of the show, Scott Serio, still writing the show. Thank you, Scott, for continuing to believe in this. New addition this year, we've got, you guys can't see them because we got some really good equipment now. We got some lights and some cameras, and we got a new camera guy, Brad Warren from Warpath Productions, Warren Photography, out of Colorado Springs. Thank you, Brad, for coming aboard. We all know that, you know, this is a sacrifice. We're all sacrificing this, you know what I mean? I told Mike for season 2, I said, Mike, I'm going to start a YouTube channel because all the young kids are starting YouTubes, and now they have Lambos and Hellcats and new trucks, and I'm like, Mike, I want a Hellcat.
Yeah, and I didn't get my Lambo yet, Eddie.
So we're going to work hard for you guys to make sure that we do some really good shows. So I'm getting really sentimental. Also, huge thank you to Gatekeeper Media out of Philadelphia.
Yes. Big props.
Wow.
Major props.
Okay, so here's what happened with them. I'm going to tell you real quick.
Yeah.
They watched a couple of our old videos that we did live on Facebook with our iPads and stuff, you know, all chintzy like we did. They loved it.
Chintzy.
Yeah, I know. It was big time really for us, you know.
I mean, come
they
on.
loved it, and they said, look, we see what you guys are doing, we see where you're going with this, we could offer some help. So Gatekeeper Media, thank you guys, man. It's,
we really appreciate it.
Derek Skull.
I mean, how else can you do this? Check this video out. Bam! That's right.
Awesome.
That's cool.
We couldn't do that before.
We could never do that before.
It's sweet. Right. From Gatekeeper Media, it's Derek Skull and Chris German. You guys want to get a hold of them? They got like 20 years experience between them. They're busting out. They really what they want to focus on is growing the sport of disc golf. That's why they're getting involved with us. We're bringing them to States this year. I hear maybe Ben Ray's bringing them to the Bloom. I'm not sure what's going on there, but it's awesome. They're going to be in Colorado a lot, and they're
if you got a tournament and you want to have top-notch coverage, you can bring these guys on, and they do some of the best production in the country.
Yeah,
and you
they do. You want to see some of their production?
Yeah.
Let's
watch
take a look
the
at
show.
this clip. Awesome. Well, that was a great video, and look forward to seeing more stuff from these guys. It's just going to be all year long, man. These guys are going to be in your face with a lot of action.
Class
Let's jump right to On the Green. You guys remember the On the Green? That's our local events that have taken place, and there was some local action that took place recently down in Pueblo. Mike, did you see the layout for that course?
Sick.
Dude,
Steel City action.
I just want to say that Pueblo is one of my favorite courses, and it's hard to make it better. I did the Sean Dawson Memorial down there, did an alternative layout. Christian Arellano and Mike Hill from the Steel City Shooters went ballistic on that place and made one heck of a layout. It was fun. I got to play it. Thank you very much, guys. It was an honor playing that thing. And Joe Revere, it doesn't matter what you do to the layout, Joe Revere just goes in and slays. You know what I mean?
Out of the park.
He does. And Missy Gannon, playing in the Women's Open, she took first, rated 885, I believe, is her rating, and she shot an 897 and a 912. So her rating's going this way.
Unreal.
That's the right direction.
Yep. Unreal.
That's
Unreal.
awesome, dude.
Hey, quick shout out to Brittany Twist and Frizen. Brittany had an event on March 17th, St. Patty's Day at Adams Hollow in Brighton, Colorado. 63 players showed up, including 16 women.
Yeah.
Unreal. What an incredible event.
I'm surprised our camera guy's here. He was there.
Yes, that's right. This is like a fundraiser event, one of 4 leading up to the Frizen event. They've done such a good job, you know. I tell you what, this is a non-sanctioned event where people are just having incredible fun. Really, the true grassroots of disc golf.
Absolute fun. Absolute fun. I went last year and it was incredible, Mike. I suggest nobody miss this event. There's live music, there's camaraderie, there's singing and dancing.
Isn't there like a live bus that takes you all over the place?
There's an actual party bus that has party lights and all. You know, it's crazy, man. Just think of the ultimate party and then mix in some random disc golf courses and camping and live music. And
there's a lot of effort put in here by these guys, too.
Raymond Carr.
Raymond Carr and Brittany. Now, Brittany Twist put in a lot of time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She works really hard. Her and Raymond have built what I believe is going to be one of the biggest events each and every year.
Yeah. And, well, one of the biggest and funnest disc golf events with the emphasis on fun. I mean, they really have said, look, disc golf, fun, adventure, you know, the whole weekend, music.
Yeah.
So don't miss it.
No,
don't miss it, and don't miss one of the next fundraisers. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but we will keep you informed.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, did you hear that Eagle was in town over St. Patrick's Day?
I did hear he was in town, actually.
Yeah.
In fact, I know he was in town because he was just basically shaking the town and here, just wrecking the town.
1070? That's a pretty good rated round when you're shooting a 1070 rated round.
I mean, what's better than a 17 under par? I mean, what did he miss? Did he miss one putt?
Yeah, right. We had a couple added holes, but not to take anything away. 1070. Okay, he shot an absolutely lights out round. So congratulations, Eagle, taking down first
25 down. I think he finished 25 down.
Yeah, and Joe was sitting behind him at 11 down. So we had a 14-stroke difference.
Quick kudos to my boy Tristan Lucerne. Shot a 1023 rated second round, 76, 6 under par. It was the second hottest round of the tournament for the second round. So super impressive, Tristan Lucerne. Great job.
That's awesome. Good job,
Team
Tristan.
Fly Green and Throw Colorado player.
Boom!
Hello!
See, that's
Colorado.
what happens. You throw them logos on you.
Damn!
Makes your car go faster. That's what they say in NASCAR. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Anyway.
All right, so yeah, like I said, Eagle took that down up at St. Patty's Day Meltdown. It was a good tournament from everything I've heard. Good run, B tier. Missy Gannon, again, you're going to hear this name a lot.
Yeah, that's
took it down.
That's a name that's not going to be going away.
No.
So anyway, the third annual Stake Your Claim, April 13th to the 15th, Sterling, Colorado, at the Pioneer Park.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Throw Colorado and Dynamic Disc, C tier. Dwight Venatucci.
Very well done, Mike.
Thank you. It's sold out, 84 players with a waiting list.
Absolutely.
Doubles on Friday afternoon, 2 rounds on Saturday, 1 round on Sunday. This is pretty exciting. It's going to be a lot of fun. People are super looking forward to it. I guess the money here is to put in T signs. Is that right?
Well, so what we did, Mike, was we got a hold of John Lutzo from iFlame Plastic. We're working with him. We sold 13 or 14 of those T signs. These are permanent T signs. We Throw Colorado helped get concrete at that course a couple of years ago. It's a great course. If you guys haven't played Pioneer Park, I suggest taking a drive up there and playing it. Great, fun course. Great club, the local club, the Hellfire Disc Golf Club. Shout out to Gary Mustard. Gary's been helping us head steam. He pretty much is the one that sold all those T signs locally, and he's going to be out there with the city. Marking where to put the new T-sign poles. The city's going out putting in new poles, clips, concrete, the
Once
whole 9
again,
yards.
volunteers going out there, doing the work, getting the jobs done. These guys don't get paid to do this stuff.
No, they don't. And here's the thing. People ask the question all the time, Mike, is how do you get these courses in, or how do you make this step? How do you do this? It's really simple. If you want to get T-signs, or you want to get benches, or you want to upgrade your park, just donate some time. Pick up the phone, call the city officials, tell them, look, this is what I'd like to do. What do I do? What are the steps I take? And they're going to point you in the right direction. And anyway, just that's what we're doing up here. So permanent T signs are coming in from this tournament. That's going to be awesome.
That's awesome. What about Cinco de Mayo?
Cinco's got a wait list as well. There's a few open pro spots left in the pro field, so it's going to be absolutely insane.
I mean, people look forward to this every single year.
Yeah, we have camping. We have everything for this event. We're going to have we got 2 courses. The pros will play the Beast twice, and the AMs will play Serenity Pines twice. So, and then they'll each play the other course once. So it's going to be a great mixture. Got some good sponsors for this. Justin Leeser is your tournament director for this. If you're a pro open player, I think there are some spots left, so you can definitely get in on that. And I heard that Woody and Sunshine they're coming to play the halftime show, if you will.
Man, either way, that's going to be a fun one to go watch regardless.
Yeah. Cinco on Cinco.
And then we're talking about States at Shining Mountain. Eddie, congratulations, first of all, for getting that. And I know you've done an amazing job. You put in a lot of work already. Let's talk about this real quick. We're going to have to wrap this up. We only have a couple minutes left in this segment. But
I'm just going to
August 10th through the 12th, Shining Mountain. You got 3 courses, all in the same location. You got camping, you got food, you got entertainment, you got vending, you got also the half-size huck put on by Fly Green Disc Golf with the half-size disc on its own 18-hole course. So really, you got 4 courses set up there. I mean, this is going to be absolutely incredible.
It's going to be awesome.
Probably one of the best States tournaments ever put on. You brought in tournament directors from all over to help you do this.
Yep. I wanted to get a little bit of
surprise galores coming in, and it's just going to be absolutely spectacular. We're going to be talking about this probably week after week after week as we go along the show.
We're going to bring Mike Storrs. Mike Storrs is one of my TDs, so he's going to come on, and we'll get some information.
Yeah, and it's gonna. I mean, it's just going to be insane. This is going to be super duper exciting. People, if I'm not sure, has this opened up yet? Can you register yet?
No, you can't. You can't. One thing I will tell you right now about States is that Fly Green Disc Golf is going to be handling the payouts for AMs. They're going to be vending. They're running a junior basket, junior disc event. It's going to be awesome. Speaking of Fly Green, I want you guys to check out this awesome new commercial that they sent us. Welcome back. Let's jump right into the long drive because we've got a really, really awesome guest tonight, Mike. This is going to be great. We're going to talk about one of the biggest tournaments, if not the biggest tournament to take place. You guys already know what we're talking about, and that's the GBO in Emporia, Kansas. This is huge, right?
It's going to be awesome.
We have Doug Bierkes on the line. Doug, how are you?
Good, man. It's good to be on the phone with you guys. Always love talking to my peeps from Colorado.
Man,
yeah.
What an absolute honor to have you on the show tonight. Thank you very much for taking time out. Tell the family we said hello, but let's jump right into it because this is huge, Doug. This is huge. How many players are you expecting this year?
Somewhere around 1,650.
Unbelievable, Doug. I mean, so it just seems like that number seems unreal. Every year it seems to get bigger, bigger, bigger. How many courses are you guys playing on to manage that many players?
So for the big event, the A-tier and the N-T will be on 9 different courses.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Throw on top of that about 3 or 4 others that we'll run flex C-tiers on throughout the week, and it's going to be a whole lot of disc golf.
Well,
a whole lot of fun.
If you got 9 courses, Doug, I'm just curious, how many TDs do you have this year working?
We got 18. We've got a course TD and assistant course TD on each of the courses. They're seasoned folks that have done this for a while, and boy, we have a great staff. In fact, new to the course TDs is Steve and Jesse Clayfoff from Eagle, Colorado. They'll be running
Colorado. Shout
really
out!
excited.
Awesome job. That is awesome. Yep. So we know that it does take a huge staff. I know that. I've run some events, not anything even near the size of GBO, and I know how important the staff is. But just as important as the staff, Doug, how many volunteers do you? Just give me a guess. How many volunteers do you have?
No, I think about 150.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
150 volunteers.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have volunteers, you can't even put an event on like that, could you, Doug?
No, the volunteers are the lifeblood of the event. Don't be fooled. I mean, that's the real glue.
We got over 1,600 players. We have 18 tournament directors, 100 and some volunteers. Where are we going to put all these people, Doug? What is your plan?
Well, I tell you what.
I got an RV. I mean, I am going to bring out my RV, Doug. So a couple of those guys can probably stay with me in the RV.
So, yeah, if you make that public once this thing airs, and I can't wait to see it, you're going to have some people knocking on your door because hotels are all booked. We've got campgrounds filled. We've got a local Boy Scout camp has opened up all of their cabins. The community, tons of folks are opening up their homes through Airbnb. Wow. It's just been a group effort, and we are pretty much at the max right now, unless some other hotels open up. I don't see us getting over 1,600, 1,650 in the future. So I think as far as housing competitors go, we're pretty much at our max.
Wow.
Well, I could talk to you about GBO all night, and this question's not even on the script, but leading into several questions, what do you plan on doing next year? Because obviously this tournament keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, it's like Woodstock. What are you going to end up doing when you have too many people? I mean, are you already thinking ahead for next year on housing and that kind of thing?
We are, and you know, as a tournament grows, there's really two ways you can grow a tournament. One is quantity and one is quality. And last year we focused on quality. This year, now don't anybody take this the wrong way. We're not cutting any shortcuts as far as quality goes, but we went with quantity as one of our goals for growing the event this year. Next year it'll probably be back to just quality, and I got to tell you, you got to keep it fresh, you got to keep it exciting, you got to get people wanting to come back, and we've been doing that year after year, and that's the goal every year.
Well, I'll tell you what, you and Dynamic Disc, you guys make it easy for tournament directors to be able to do that, give the good payouts and players packs and that kind of stuff. So, you know, if anybody's looking, that's one way to make it happen right there. You guys always try to pay it forward, so we appreciate that.
And if you've never been to the Glass Blown or never played in it, and it's something that you want to do, that is something you got to get in early.
Yeah.
And it's an experience you'll never forget. So, and like Doug's saying, it does change every year, and next year will probably be a whole different experience.
Are you expecting? Are you expecting the top 10 disc golfers? You know.
Absolutely.
Men and women. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. With it being a national tour event for the third year in a row, it's a kind of a must-stop on the circuit for the top players, and we get them here every year, both in the MPO and the FPO field. So we're excited to see the best in the sport compete in Emporia at the end of April.
So, Doug, I mean, to bring these guys in, what is the payouts this year? I mean, obviously, you guys have got to have some really amazing cash payouts for these pros. Tell me about that.
Well, we do. We actually will publish our payout probably around April 6th. In fact, we have a staff meeting where we're going to go over that, and we usually try to publish the payout, 2 or 3 weeks before the event, and we are fully expecting to exceed what we did last year. Last year, if my memory serves me correctly, you can probably go on to PDGA and look it up, but I believe first place in the MPO paid $5,000 last year. So that's a pretty good purse, and on down through the different places, we tend to make sure that the pros not only have a great experience on the course, but those that play well and compete and find themselves at the top of the field get to put a little money in their pocket.
That's awesome.
Man.
That is absolutely amazing. Yeah. Well, congratulations, Doug. We know how hard you've worked, man, and it's just amazing to see this thing grow. So, we got a couple goofy questions.
Yeah, I mean, let's hit you up with little personal questions. I know so many people know who you are now. I'd say just 5 years ago, only, you were maybe more of a Colorado name 5-6 years ago.
Right.
Now I think you're more of a national name as far as disc golf goes. I think a lot of people across the nation know who Doug Bjerkaas is. So, we're going to ask you 5 personal questions about yourself. I'm sure you've done in the bag, but let's ask Doug a couple of questions.
All right, this one is from me, Doug, personally. I want to know, what's your go-to meal the night before you know that things are about to kick off for you at GBO? What are you going to sit down and have with Naomi?
Well, Naomi is about a 1050 rated cook, and so anything she makes is just dynamite. But she does really good with authentic Mexican food, and anything she makes Mexican, I'm going to dive right in and probably eat too much of it.
Okay. All right. I like it. Well,
Okay.
Maybe when she comes out for States, if you guys get out here for States, we can have a pre-States dinner with you guys. That'd be awesome.
I like it.
She's awesome.
Hit him, Mike.
Okay. All right. So we know what's in your bag, but what is actually your absolute favorite disc of all time?
My favorite disc of all time has to be the classic Super Soft Judge. If I had to go out and just have one disc, some people might find that a little strange, but I could throw that disc forever. Love that thing.
Nice. Good answer. All right. What is your pre-event warm-up? You got a ritual? You got something you do? Something superstitious? Anything you do right before GBO?
Well, now, are you talking about as a player or as a tournament director?
Tournament director.
Okay, because as a player, that's a whole other experience, and there I'm not quite what I probably am as a tournament director. But
that's next episode.
Yeah. So, the key for me is, I am making sure that we're all communicating, and when you have this many people moving and this many moving parts, one thing I've had to learn over the years is that I've got to let go of some of it and just delegate it, communicate clearly, and make sure that everyone knows what they're doing and is in the right place. And again, I'm sure you guys have been to tournaments where it looks like no one knows what they're doing, and that to me is something that I will always prepare for ahead of time, just to make sure that all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, so that everyone's on the same page.
That is absolutely great.
Delegation is definitely one of your masterful traits. You do a great job with that, and make sure everybody knows what they're doing too. Okay, final question, and we'll let you go, Doug. We appreciate you so much for taking your time out tonight. Boxers or briefs?
Well, if I could, neither. But usually that's not the case.
You heard it right here on the 19th hole.
Yes, you did hear that right here tonight.
I will tell you that a couple of guys that I work with at Dynamic Discs have turned me on to a product called MeUndies. And if you're not familiar with MeUndies, you need to check them out. They are like walking around on a cloud.
That's amazing. Okay, so I was going to ask you if there was any bit of information you could drop about GBO this year that hasn't been announced anywhere, just so we could have some secret information. But now I'm going to switch that to, can you tell us who wears MeUndies at Dynamic Disc?
I can. I can tell you that the team manager for Dynamic Discs, Mr. Robert McCall, is a big MeUndies guy, and I can thank him for turning me on to the comfort that those things bring.
Man, maybe
we're going to have to try them.
Maybe we need to contact them for get a sponsor spot here on the show and send us some pairs.
Modeling opportunities.
Hey, I do have some news that just broke yesterday. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, and I hate to shift gears on you, but as you know, we're also hosting the 2018 Junior World Disc Golf Championships in Emporia this summer, and we have just cut a huge deal with Zuka Carts as a major sponsor of the event. And if there are any juniors out there listening, you're going to want to make sure that you're prepared to be bringing something big home with you from Junior Worlds.
Wow. Awesome, Doug. Thank you so much. Wow. That's amazing news. That is awesome. Thank you, Zuka, for stepping up. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
It sure is.
Doug, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, sir.
Yeah, good luck with your show, and loved watching it last year. Called in a couple times, had a blast listening to it. Loved keeping up with Colorado disc golf, as many folks probably know. That's where a lot of my roots are as a tournament director. Man, sometimes it seems like just yesterday, back in 2011, I was knocking on Mike's door there at Fly Green to see if he would help support the very first Rocky Mountain Women's Disc Golf Championships. And it's amazing 7 years later that that experience has brought me to where I am. And if it weren't for all of the amazing people in Colorado, I certainly wouldn't be where I am today. So thanks to all the folks that... Thanks to all the folks that watch your show. You guys keep it up. Keep growing the sport. It is the best sport in the world, and you guys are doing great things for it.
Thanks so much. We're proud of you, Doug. We really are.
We love you, buddy. Colorado misses you. Have a good night, Doug.
Hey, you guys do the same. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
Doug Bierkes, everybody. That was amazing. Wow. Is it just me, or was Doug getting a little choked up at the end there?
I don't know, man. That guy, we love that guy. I tell you what, that guy taught me a lot right on the beginning. He taught me a lot about my disc golf business, about disc golf, and just about, you know, just being a great guy.
It's amazing. It's always an honor to have him on.
Anyway, let's keep moving.
Let's do it.
Let's keep moving.
So, you heard about Vibram?
Man, I tell you what, I almost didn't even believe it. You know, they've been in the business since 2008. 10 years, right?
Okay.
They got the Vibram Open, which, you know, used to be the Maple Hill in Massachusetts.
Correct.
It's just crazy, you know. It's a huge company, and they just decide out of nowhere that, well, we don't have our heart all the way into it, so we're not going to make this anymore.
So be honest, Mike, as a store owner, them going out of business, what percentage, what kind of damage
You know
does that
what?
do to sales?
There are people that like to play with those discs. So to me, the questions that are being asked are, what are going to happen to those molds? Can somebody buy them? Can somebody else reproduce that? It's a different technology. It's not plastic injection molding. They have a different process. I don't really know. I would love to see somebody else take those molds, reutilize them, and repurpose them and remake the disc. But is it going to happen? I don't know.
Well,
but I know that they're done making them. Vibram's not going to make anymore. So
you still have some in stock?
we do have some in stock. So
and what's their supply look like, Mike? Like, if you run out,
they're done. Absolutely done.
Okay.
I tried to place a big order, and
so you're saying get down here now?
Get down here. I do have lots of mini markers, but we have a couple hundred discs.
Cool.
So you can get some. But now it's funny, the Vibram Open.
Yeah, what is it now?
Now it's MVP has bought the rights this year, so for 2018, it's now the MVP Open at Maple Hill.
So could this be like the Madden curse, where if you get that tournament, you get injured 10 years later? Like if you make the cover of Madden, you get injured that year?
Right.
It'd be interesting to see who's next, Prodigy.
I don't know, boy. I
didn't say that. I didn't say it.
Not.
All right, so Vegas Challenge.
You know what? I mean, sponsored by Innova.
Heard it was a good time. Can't call it the Gentleman's Club. It's the Las Vegas Challenge.
Well, I mean,
right?
they've tried to clean it up, step it up to a new level. Before it was more like hey, you know what? We got to head out in that direction anyway. Well, let's stop in Vegas before we head to the Memorial. Right. It just made sense, you know.
Well, it worked out for our local boy Eagle.
You know what?
It's good to see him get a win. I'll be honest, man. It's really good to see him get a win, get that confidence. He's been close.
That was exciting to watch.
It sure was, man. It sure was. And, you know, when you've got Joel Freeman right there on your heels too, you know, your hometown, one of your hometown boys, home state, you get comfortable, I think, right?
When you get bragging rights too, let's face it, there's some bragging rights.
I'm pretty sure he got the #1 tag after that.
Yeah. You know, that's some good old-fashioned Colorado action right there. So
Paige Pierce, she just kind of continues dominating wherever she goes.
Yep, but we were still talking about how much Colorado was dominating there. But all right, anyway. From the Memorial, as always, on top you're seeing Mr. Lizotte and Eagle McMahon again. Those guys, we're starting to see them on top again at the top of all these tournaments. Discmania, holy cow. And what happens when those guys start winning tournaments? We start selling those discs, Eddie.
Of course you do.
You know what? That section has just exploded in the store.
Yep, absolutely. So, and Paige, of course, continues
to
dominate.
Paige first in the ladies. Sorry about that, ladies. Didn't mean to neglect you. Paige Pierce, #1. As usual, she won.
It wasn't neglect. It's just so repetitive saying Paige Pierce won. Paige Pierce won.
What about the Waco Open? What happened over there?
Intense. Jeremy Colling comes out again, back to back. Same way he won last year. Playoff.
That's right.
Guy throws OB.
That's right.
Jeremy takes it. Back to back wins in Waco.
Crazy.
It's awesome. It's good to see that, man. And that was Nate Perkins that he was playing in that playoff. Man.
And then,
Nate just went OB.
Who won in the ladies again?
I don't know. You tell me.
Paige Pierce?
Paige Pierce.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
What's up, guys? It's Ian Ray with DGOE. If you like what you saw in the video, give us a like on our Facebook page, DGOE Apparel. If you need to put an order in, hit us up on Gmail, dgoeapparel@gmail.com.
That was an awesome little clip from DGOE. If you guys are looking for some apparel, make sure you hit up Ian Ray at Disc Golf Over Everything, man. That was cool. Now, on to my personal favorite segment of the show, the Upshot with Mike. Mike, what's going on in your show today?
Well, I tell you what, this year we're going to do something completely different because we want some action.
We do. We want to see your action.
We want to see videos, clips, bloopers. I mean, go out there and make the shot. Take the shot. Were you at a tournament in your backyard?
Yeah.
Were you in a field?
Whatever.
Were you at a tags match? Bring your cameras wherever you got it. We want to see your clips.
We want to share your clips with the world.
Yeah.
And that's the idea. So send us whatever it is.
Where do they send it to, Eddie?
They send it to our new email, which is the 19th hole with Eddie and Mike at gmail.com. That's
right.
The 19th hole, numbers 19, with Eddie and Mike at gmail.com.
Right, so send us your videos, and if we choose to use them, we're going to send you something cool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is yet, but it will be cool.
Yeah. Let's take a couple of looks. Our clips of the week. We got Missy Gannon here from Colorado.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some of these long.
Yeah, let's take a look at a few of her butts. I mean, putts. Gosh darn it.
This is what happens.
Anyway, we're going to take a look at a few of her putts.
Let's talk about half-size hucks. This is an event taking place at States. Mike Dunn, my co-host here, is going to be running this event with John Lutzo from Wisconsin. John's coming out. He's going to do some of the drone footage and help with the TD part of everything. Also, Scott Serio is going to help Mike with the course layout. Scott's really knowledgeable about that area up there, man. So I feel like you're going to run a really
super pumped. This will be really our first ever tournament that I've ever put on, and I'm super excited about it. And this is actually junior size discs, which is the half size discs. They're not minis, they're not so full size discs.
They're cool.
People can throw them upwards of 400 feet and sometimes over. We're going to have juniors divisions for kids anywhere from 4 or 5 years old up to 12 years old, and then adults from 13 on up. And we will have a open division with prizes, cash prizes, $500 to $750. We're not sure yet for first prize, so it's going to be some good payouts.
What I like most about what you did here, Mike, was you set it up so that the kids actually play while mom and dad are playing states, right?
You got it.
So Saturday, mom and dad, you guys are playing states out at Shining Mountain. You're wondering, what am I going to do with the kiddos? They have their own tournament. This guy fixed the problem for you. He's going to be your babysitter. Oh, wait. We probably shouldn't try to advertise it like that, right?
Well, not exactly like that, but the kids can come out and the adults come out, play the tournament anytime from Friday through Sunday, and play the half-size huck. The tournament is anywhere from free to $25 to play, depending upon what age category you're going to be in. You're going to get the half-size discs, and then you come out and get a prize package and all kinds of other fun stuff. The value will be obviously well worth more than the prizes.
And so you'll come out with more details, but
we're going to keep talking about it. You're going to play at the 34.5 size inch baskets on a very unique course. And
you're going to give sponsorship opportunities to people to be able to get one of these baskets.
We will be looking for 20 different sponsors. People have individual or corporate business, any type of sponsor you want to get the baskets at a very below cost price for the basket
with your name on it.
Custom made for you. That's cool. And we'll talk more about that.
That's awesome, man. We're looking forward to that. Mike, I'm also looking forward to the disc of the week. I want to hear about this rat.
Oh, well, let's talk about it.
Hear about the rat.
Let's talk about it. So, Innova just came out with the brand new rat.
Feels great.
Mid-range. Check it out. I'm going to hand it to you.
So it is a mid-range.
It is. They've been talking about a sidearm specific mid-range disc, overstable, And so they brought it out, and there it is. It's a 4203, and it's been well received. The market likes it. It's been, you know, considered to be very similar to a Harp, a Zone, a Suspect, and
I was very suspect when I picked it up.
Yeah. So what we did was we grabbed all three of those discs in the store here, and we were kind of comparing them to see what similarities we felt, and they all have very similar side edges.
Yeah.
The tops are all very flat on all the discs. Obviously a flat disc is going to make it more stable. They feel really good in your hands. I did feel like you know, some of these discs, like the Suspect that does have a small micro bead on it, and the Harp, which also has the small micro bead on it, they're actually a little smoother than the Rad is. It has a little bit of a sharper edge on it,
when I
which for a sidearm,
yep,
you know, sometimes you know, can give you a little bit of a little rash on the finger.
But I feel like it's going to beat in. When I picked this disc up, Mike, the first thing I said, well, I heard that it was a lot like a mortar. That's what I'd been hearing. So I made that assumption before actually coming to pick one up at the store. Now that I'm here and I'm picking one up, I feel like it is mortar-ish, but it's a cross between the AVR 3 and a mortar. It feels great. I probably will end up putting one in the bag just to see how it throws, because it feels like you could really depend on this disc.
Yeah, you know, and then of course doing a little bit of research online, you know, I'd read some reviews, and you know, it was talking about being about an 80% straight flight with a very predictable fade at the end. And then I talked to a couple of guys in the shop, and they tell me that, well, they're throwing it and it's more like a putter than it is a mid-range, and they can throw it deadly flat and have it almost sit down with very little fade.
Wow.
and not as much a predictable fade. So I think it's talking about arm speed once again, but so to me, I'm comparing it more to say a Zone than anything else.
There you go.
Super duper flat, very predictable, great for a headwind, probably not a super big headwind, but maybe up to about 15 miles an hour. But like you said, this is probably going to find its way into the bag of many disc golfers. Probably worthwhile picking one up, giving it a shot. Right now, it's only available in the S plastic. I'm sure they're going to bring it out in other plastics. Come down and check it out. We got a huge selection right now. I have them in the S, and I also have them in the first run plastics.
And don't forget,
and
if you're a tag holder,
you can get 10% off, and you can also check us out at flygreendiscgolf.com.
That's awesome, man.
And we have them available
on there
disc.
Too. I like it a lot.
But yeah, and it just feels so good in your hand.
Hey, real quick before we leave the upshot with Mike, don't forget, guys, send in your videos, the 19th hole with it, Eddie and Mike at Gmail.
Yeah.
We're going to start the VIP program that you were talking about. Do we want to mention that now?
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, one of the new programs that perks down at Fly Green Disc Golf now, we have the new VIP program. So when you come down, you just type in your phone number, and bam, we'll start tracking your points for you. So we used to have a punch card, but everyone would lose their punch cards, and then, you know, you'd lose all your rewards. Now we keep track of them for you, so you don't need anything. It just stacks up rewards, sends you the coupons. Now we'll send you a nice coupon on your birthday. Just little reminders here and there, special rewards and coupons when we're having a sale, and, you know, just kind of staying up with the 21st century. So,
you know, Mike, I actually used my rewards and my discount and came down today and picked up this awesome Scorpius by Millennium. This thing is going to be sweet. This is a first run, right, Mike?
I know. You know what, Eddie, every time you come down here, you always seem to find some super duper deal on a Millennium that you're like, hey, Mike, how do these should be worth $30, and you got them in here for $15.99.
So look, here's the thing. Millennium makes the best of everything, and I'll prove it. Check out this commercial that Millennium sent us for the show.
Check it out.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best.
You know, Mike, a lot of players are on the field, and they hear the cling, 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 cling of them bag tags. And most people know what they are, but there are still a few people that don't know what bag tags here in Colorado are. Basically, it's a way to play semi-competitively through the week, right?
Yeah, it's almost like a league, Eddie.
Right, and you kind of track your performance because you get the tags are numbered 1 through however many the club sells. Generally, you know, a couple hundred here in Colorado. Mile High's up, you know, over 500. So you just try to work your way to the lowest number, you know, number 1, and be that guy.
Oh, I thought it was to the highest number.
That's what we play because.
Right. Okay. Good.
But what number do you? I got 420 right now. What do you got?
I got 372.
I got you. Big. It's awesome. If you guys aren't tag holders right now, you should definitely look into your local club.
Yeah.
And I guarantee wherever you're at, I bet they've got a tag club somewhere.
Yeah,
but,
great way to meet new people, great way to get out, play disc golf, play other courses, and just go out and have a great time.
Most of these clubs that are doing this, not most, I would say all the clubs that actually sell tags, they use all that money for tournaments in the area, course restoration, maintenance, and that kind of thing. So by buying a tag each year, you're supporting the club. So I encourage buying a tag from every club. You know, here in Colorado alone, I'm going to try, but I'm going to miss a bunch. We've got Hellfire, Mile High, Pikes Peak, Foothill Flyers, Throw Colorado, Fly Green,
Dragon tags.
Yeah, okay, so you get the point. There's tags everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's fun, and you meet
and you can join as many as you want.
So if you'd like to get your tag schedule on the show, we would love to put that on because we got some fancy new equipment, got a green screen. We can just put it right up there. It'd be sweet. So send that to us to our new email at the 19th hole. Sorry, the 19th hole with the numbers 19. The 19th hole with Eddie and Mike at gmail.com. All right, send us your schedules and we get those on the show for you so you guys can be educated on where to play tags during the week.
Yeah.
Some of the current tags being held right now, you know, time change just took place, Mike. So Throw Colorado, we run tags every Saturday at Shiny Mountain. We just changed that to 2 p.m. And the majority of the time we'll be playing Serenity Pines, but throughout the year as weather gets better, we'll switch that up to, you know, either the Beast or the new course.
Oh.
Anyway, let's move forward. Fly Green tags, when's that coming out?
So Fly Green, we're playing right now. Every Wednesday we play at Village Greens, 5 o'clock, check in at 4:30. That'll get expanded as the days get longer. And then Friday we play at Lighthouse, John David Lawrence Memorial South.
Yeah.
We same thing, 5 o'clock, kickoff, 4:30 check-in. Mike Bonner's running that on Friday. And then we got the Pikes Peak tags, looks like Tuesday, the AV area, 4:30 p.m., Saturday at 10 a.m. Widefield, Sunday 10 a.m. at the AV area, and then Sunday 2 p.m. at Rampart.
Yeah.
So we're gonna we'll try to get the tag schedules out for everybody a little bit more each week.
Absolutely, yeah. We don't mean to leave anyone out. We're just kind of getting a few clubs each episode. So let's do the work days at Serenity Pines. Those are coming up soon. We don't have a date on those yet, Mike, but we are going to do a couple work days before Cinco kicks off up there, which we'll talk about Cinco here in a little bit.
We'll probably have more information next week on that.
Yeah, we will.
And talking about that, it was kind of lead in more to about, you know, if you have information as well and you want help on your course, you want information, you want us to feed this out to the public so that people will help show up to your events, let us know.
You know, I've said this more than once, Mike. Volunteering.
Yep.
People are always saying, how do we volunteer? How do we get involved? How do we make a difference? They're always looking for that special work day now that we're talking about Serenity Pines. Volunteering isn't something you write on the schedule, something you put on the calendar. Hey, Mike, do you want to go volunteer with me on March? That's not how it works. Volunteering is when you're on the course every single day and you see a piece of trash, you stop for 5 seconds and pick it up. I've said it before. If you put 5 seconds into picking up one piece of trash, multiply that into an hour over the entire week, and you can really make a difference on your local courses. So I really support volunteering.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, whether it's picking up the trash, helping somebody line up, you know, the new baskets, whatever you're doing.
Yeah,
I mean,
whatever it is.
Just take part.
Make a difference on your course, and that is volunteering. Speaking of volunteering, this guy right here has volunteered a lot of time. He went across the country, ran a couple tournaments locally, and then went to Ethiopia. I mean, this guy's all over the place. Check out this commercial from John Letzo and iFling Plastic.
Welcome to iFling Plastic. I'm Johnny Roundhouse. Here at iFling Plastic, we'd love to help you with your disc golf needs. We offer a variety of company choices and plastics. We carry our own line of custom design apparel and can help design your own apparel. Let us help you with your personal, club, tournament, or business needs with our custom design banners, stickers, apparel, and more. Check out our site at iflingplastic.com or go to our Facebook page and see many of the products we can create for you.
Man, iFling Plastic, you can get pretty much anything there, Mike. Go check them out, give them a like, give them a share. Speaking of iFling Plastic, let's go right into our segment called Discussion with Into the Mind.
My head already hurts.
It does. Well, my head hurts too, Mike. I'll tell you what. Into the mind of who tonight, Mike? Who is it? It is John Letzo out of iFling Plastic from Watertown, Wisconsin. John, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good. How are you guys?
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, we're awesome. Thanks for being on the show tonight.
My pleasure.
First thing we want to know, John, what's your PDGA number?
16046.
Yeah, that's a pretty low one.
How old are you?
What are you, like 97 years old?
Thought we were friends, but apparently you've been lying to me. Okay, anyway. John, how did you first learn about disc golf, man?
I actually played frisbee golf at an object course in camp when I was in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. But I didn't get into disc golf itself until '95. My buddy Joe Lubeck, a friend of mine through college, taught me about disc golf. And his brother, Mark Lubeck, Moose we call him in Milwaukee, was the '98 amateur world champions.
Okay, so you are 74 years old.
That's what I was kind of thinking too, Mike.
Okay, so do you play now in a wheel?
I think you got me by a few even. Come on now. Just because I have a lower number doesn't mean a whole lot.
Okay,
I'm a lot smarter in this sport, doesn't it?
I got it. Okay.
All right, so let's get serious with John, because John actually is doing some amazing stuff. For those of you that don't know, I'm just going to run this down real quick. iFling Plastic is a company John owns. It's a disc golf company. He sells plastic. He makes apparel. He does trophies, bag tags, banners, signs, you name it. The guy does pretty much everything. So with that being said, what I want to talk about is John just went to Ethiopia to help run a tournament. The first tournament, right, John?
The first sanctioned tournament on the continent of Africa.
Wow. That's awesome. Awesome job, dude. Congratulations. That's amazing, dude. That is awesome. So
thank you. I was just super blessed to be a part of it. Johannes was the real deal. He's the guy who organized most of that. I was just blessed to be able to help him and get things rolling.
Yeah, it's super awesome. Tell us really quick. We're going to ask you a bunch of questions, so I don't mean to rush, but we'll try to zip through as much information as we can. Tell us really quick about these baskets that were made.
He made them under PDGA standards, and with the skill and the knowledge that was there, they were awesome baskets. Created very close to what a disc catcher from Innova is, along those lines with the band around the top. 30 chains.
Yeah, they looked awesome. You guys have a video of them, actually. You guys got a video. Did you see this video, Mike?
Let's take a look at this video.
This is the video of them actually trucking in the baskets. Did you guys just had volunteers from the village, it looked like, or wherever you guys were at, right?
That's right. That was volunteers from the university and some of the local workers there from, I believe, the welding shop.
Let's, you know what, why we've got you on here, we're just going to run through some of these videos. There's a video, actually, of John throwing an Omega into an active volcano.
That's pretty crazy.
That's awesome. I mean, bye-bye, Omega. I kind of cried a little bit. Awesome job, man. It's really cool. So where does this lead? Now what happens, John?
Well, Johannes's goal is to start the African Disc Golf Foundation and to unite the continent of Africa as they organize and start learning about disc golf. We had a gentleman from Zambia come to the tournament. Pardon me. We had a guy from South Africa come to the tournament. We also had a gentleman we had Tapani from Finland, and Derek, who owns Quarry Park in the UK, Kennelsworth, UK. But the ones from Africa, John Pat from South Africa and Elam from Zambia, are now taking their knowledge and their skills back home and working on building disc golf in their communities, and plans are underway to have an African disc golf tour.
John,
so
our viewers can...
There will be 2 stops on that tour for sure. We know this already, Zambia and Ethiopia.
That's really awesome work, man. You guys are moving forward, and I'm sorry, but our viewers can see that Mike and I are smiling right now, and it's because we've got a little, this little joke that we had before we got to shooting tonight, and Mike looked at me and he said, "Man, Eddie, I'm sure glad I'm not the TD and trying to pronounce the names on that players list." And I got to say, just from talking to you right now, man, it seems like I even would have flunked on that, and I usually do a pretty good job of that. But
well, I mean, can you give us the most unusual name that you recall on that tournament list?
No, I can't.
You know,
there were some different ones. I'd have to look at the list itself to even try to pronounce.
No,
and
but
they're written in the English version of it. So
we poke fun, man. But in all seriousness, dude, it's pretty awesome that you had people coming from all over, from different continents. You yourself went down there. You took the company iFling Plastic, which I brought that up because I mean that's where it all started. It was kind of a disc golf store. It was a dream of yours. Bam! Now you're down in Africa. You're running events. What's the plan for next year? Obviously, this is a yearly thing. Are you in? Are you going to TD again next year with Johannes?
Yeah, I mean, do you guys plan on having toilets next year?
The toilets were actually kind of cool. It's just a little shack out back with about a 20-foot hole in it that you kind of squatted over. But seriously, we are definitely. I plan to go back every year as often as I can. Well, obviously, it's a good financial endeavor, and so I have to be able to afford that, and that's going to be some of the fundraising and things that I do. But as long as I can go, I'm going to make it happen, and I'm going to bring as many people as I can with me.
Well, speaking of bringing as many people as you can, I know already just from talking to Derek Skull that he and Gatekeeper Media are very, very interested in coming down next year with you guys, so make sure you guys get connected and make a plan.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be good stuff.
No, I would have loved to have some great coverage from this first one to tell the whole story that we're doing.
It sounds like you could almost do a documentary of disc golf. You could start there, and you could just begin to go to these other countries that really haven't even experienced disc golf.
Exactly.
Teach them the sport. I mean, once you build baskets and you leave baskets somewhere, and a course is created, all of a sudden, now you're building a philosophy, now you're starting a culture, and now you've created the sport in a new country.
Absolutely.
Well, that was one of the biggest things that I took away from this. Johannes worked so hard to get the Ministry of Education and Sports and the Ministry of Tourism and Culture there, and leaders in the local community and the local university that believed in him to start this. I made some great connections. I now know the Minister of the Minister of Culture and Education over in Ethiopia. I've got his phone number in my phone, and I can call him up.
That's so cool.
He was so impressed that he wants to integrate disc golf into all the universities of Ethiopia.
Wow.
You started a movement, man.
Yeah. And hopefully next year, you guys will actually remember to bring the discs.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, that way...
Johnny, if you had to shout out to some people that helped with that event, now's your time. Who would you like to thank for helping out, making that thing possible?
Oh, to make it possible is all the supporters that we had. It's too many to list real quickly here, but we had some great support from all over, and the guys that actually participated in the fact that they made the trip knowing it wasn't going to be a big tournament, knowing it wasn't a major, but they made the trip, they showed up to support their country, support what's going on there, and to make it the first step into something great.
Yeah.
And so, above and beyond Johannes, his father, and his family who took me in while I was there, and Nahom James, who is the vice president of the Asosa University, for believing in Johannes and authorizing most of this to get done. You know, those are the main characters in this story here, and like I said, I'm just blessed to be a part of that.
Well, John, it's really impressive what you've done, man. We are proud of you here in Colorado. I know people around the country have been supporting you, man. It's really awesome. So,
John, is there an email, a website? How do people that want to support you get involved, or just find out more information? How do they get contact?
I would say the best way is through Facebook at iFlingPlastic. Message me through there, or on my personal page. iFlingPlastic@gmail.com is a great way to get a hold of me.
What a coincidence. You got Gmail? So do we. The 19th hole with Eddie and Mike at gmail.com. That's awesome.
That's a good email to have in your repertoire also.
That's awesome. Hey,
awesome.
One quick question. This was on here. Our writer, Scott Serial, wants to know, what is your favorite beer?
I don't have a favorite beer. I actually like Nut Browns. I like a bunch of different ones. It kind of depends upon the weather and my feelings that day. I will say one of the ones that I have that's been most memorable lately was a pistachio Nut Brown Ale. That one had a really nice palate to it.
Man,
amazing. I could have guessed that. All right, John, it was awesome, dude. We appreciate it.
Wait a minute.
Wait, did you have another question?
I had a question that was on the bottom of mine, all the way at the bottom of mine, too. My question said, as a child growing up, John, what was your favorite cartoon show?
Marvin the Martian.
Oh, man,
that was awesome.
good
You got some thumbs up in the studio.
That was a good one.
That's funny. You know, I knew we weren't really done with John. I knew we weren't, because John actually has some pretty big news. And it's again, tonight's show is really cool. We had Doug Bierkes drop some cool news with us tonight.
Yeah.
But John is also going to drop some news on us. John, what do you want to share with us tonight, buddy?
Well, I was just asked, have the privilege to have now become the team communication coordinator for Team Millennium. Dennis and Jess have asked me to step up and help them try to get this team coordinated a little bit better, a little better communication going back and forth, and relay things, and help try to make this team something that people see instead of just a little bit of a background. So
I'm behind you all the way, John.
The Millennium name and make it a forefront in this community that we call disc golf.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I know we just got a big order in here in the shop, so that's Fly Green Disc Golf, flygreendiscgolf.com. But yeah,
flygreendiscgolf.com.
You know what, I think Millennium needs that. I think they need to make a bigger presence, a better awareness. Just the other day, Eddie came in here and was saying, you know, Mike, that mold is this and that, and the education I got from it, I shared it with somebody else, and they bought a disc, and it was like, wow, it's
good.
So much of it is education. You know, having the proper education, getting it in front of the people, and the knowledge. You know, in the disc golf stores, the disc golf people sell what they know. So anyway, we got to wrap it up, but it was amazing.
Well,
thank you so much. You're an inspiration for so many people trying to do this in so many other countries and so many other places, growing this sport across the world, throwing frisbees from one continent to the next. It's just incredible, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate what you're doing.
Well, thank you very much. Those words mean a lot to me. That's what keeps me going. And the smiles on those kids' faces as they pick up a disc the first time.
Awesome. Johnny, much love, brother. We'll talk to you very soon.
Sounds great. Have a great night, guys. Thank you.
All right, guys. And that concludes our show for the evening. I want to start out with Eddie's final thought. And my thought tonight is that I am damn lucky to be surrounded by such great people.
Well, I'll tell you what, Eddie. It's nice to have you say that. And you know what? You're a pretty good guy yourself.
If you guys think that we're good guys, do us a favor. Watch our YouTube videos, like our videos, subscribe to our channel, and share it with the world. Because if you like it, and he likes it, and I like it, everyone else is probably going to like it, right, Mike?
I'm getting kind of choked up over
I know.
here.
I love doing this show. So give us a like. You can find us on Facebook too, The 19th Hole with Eddie and Mike. Send us your video clips to The 19th Hole with Eddie and Mike at gmail.com. Make sure you get those videos sent over because we're going to pick some random winners. You might get your video shared. You might get your picture shared. Who knows? We got this picture of our writer, Scott Serio.
He doesn't even know it.
Don't even say anything about that until it comes out. Awesome. Hey guys, again, thank you. Next week we'll have another special guest on the show. We're going to have an in-house guest. It's going to be awesome. Somebody all the disc golfers know. Next week we're going to have some specials, some discounts. We'll talk to you about the other tag schedules coming up, the tag discounts. New hot items coming in Fly Green every single day.
FlyGreenDiscGolf.com.
Don't forget to send us your videos. The 19th Hole with Eddie and Mike at gmail.com.